Every smile and joke in Bluey hides lost characters, strange details, and secrets the creators never give a straight answer about. 1. Bandit and Chili might be secret criminals. This theory is wild, but hear me out. Bandit digs up ancient artifacts for work. Chili works at an airport with access to baggage checks and customs. Put those jobs together, and you have the perfect setup for smuggling treasure without anyone noticing. Imagine the wholesome healer parents leading double lives. Family fun by day, black market dealers by night. It sounds like the plot of a Netflix series, not a kids show. Yet, the pieces oddly fit. No episode has ever denied it. Maybe the real reason Bandit travels so much isn't work at all. Maybe he's hiding loot in the carry-on. Now that would explain the nice house. 2. Grandpa Bob's ear has a dark story. Grandpa Bob shows up looking like he fought a pirate and lost. In old flashbacks, both ears are perfectly fine. Jump to the present, and a whole chunk is missing. No one explains it, not a word. One day, he is dancing with Nana like nothing happened, as if losing part of your head is just normal Tuesday stuff. Was it a dogfight? A secret mission? A bad bar fight with parrots involved? The mystery gets even weirder when you remember Bob was in the military. Maybe this ear went missing during some top-secret operation nobody talks about. Whatever happened, the show treats it like it is no big deal, which makes it even stranger. 3. Does Bingo have a gluten intolerance? Bingo spends a night in the hospital, but the show never explains why. Later, during breakfast, Bandit carefully says gluten-free while packing lunch. That tiny detail feels too intentional to ignore. Maybe Bingo has celiac disease. Maybe she has another health issue the family keeps private. The hospital stay, the special diet, the worried looks. Everything hints at a bigger story. Yet the episodes move on like nothing happened. It is almost suspicious. Did the writers leave a trail of clues on purpose? Or was it a random script choice? Either way, Bingo's health feels like a puzzle hiding in plain sight. One the show refuses to fully solve. 4. How many babies did Chili and Bandit lose? Bluey hints at something heartbreaking without ever saying it out loud. In the Mother's Day episode, a balloon pops during the play, and Chili's face falls for just a moment. Later, she watches a rainbow with Bluey, a symbol often linked to babies born after loss. We already know Bluey and Bingo are called rainbow babies, which means at least one loss happened before them. But the crib scene suggests there may have been more. Chili goes quiet when the crib leaves the room, almost like she is saying goodbye again. The show keeps it subtle, but the clues feel heavy, like a secret sadness hiding in the background of this happy family. 5. Grandpa Bob's possible dementia. Grandpa Bob comes back after disappearing for ages, but something feels off. In one episode, he cannot remember Bandit's name and just gives up trying. Later, Bluey and Bingo mention he forgot Bingo was even born. That is not a small memory slip. It feels heavier, like the show is hinting at something serious without saying it directly. His long absences, odd behavior, and sudden confusion all point to early dementia or another memory problem. Yet everyone acts like nothing is wrong, which somehow makes it sadder. It is like a quiet family secret hiding behind the jokes and fun moments, waiting for someone to finally talk about it. 6. Did Bandit meet Chili or Brandy? Bandit swears he met Chili as a kid during a family vacation. He remembers a princess in a superhero costume, certain it was her. But here is the twist. Chili has no memory of this at all. She admits her family was at the same place, but so was her sister Brandy. What if the girl Bandit remembers was actually Brandy, not Chili? That would make every flashback way more awkward. It could even explain why Brandy stayed distant for so long. Imagine finding out your brother-in-law once had a crush on your sister instead. The show leaves this mystery dangling, like a family secret nobody wants to untangle. 7. The mysterious storm in magic. In the episode Magic, Bluey and Bingo pretend to cast spells on Chili. Everything is lighthearted until Bluey turns a little mischievous. The moment she uses her powers for bad, a strange green storm appears out of nowhere. It does not look like any normal storm we see in the series. It is darker, louder, and feels oddly timed, like nature itself was reacting to Bluey's fake magic. Was it coincidence? Maybe. But the whole thing gives the episode an eerie edge, as if the game might have woken something real. The healers go back to playing like nothing happened, while viewers are left wondering if Bluey accidentally opened the world's tiniest portal to chaos. 8. The real fairy and fairies. Imagination or magic? One episode drops a magical bomb without explaining a thing. In Fairies, Bingo sees a tiny creature move her domino pieces when no one else is watching. The figure darts away before anyone can get a clear look, like it knows it should not exist. Bandit stands right there but notices nothing, which makes the moment even creepier. Was it just Bingo's imagination, or is magic hiding in plain sight in Bluey's world? The show never mentions it again, like everyone agreed to ignore the fact a fairy might actually live in the backyard. If it was real, it raises another question. What else is out there that the healers have no idea about? 9. Bandit, the possible secret smoker. At the neighborhood garage sale, Bandit casually picks up an ashtray and studies it a little too closely. The scene lasts only seconds, but it sends people spinning. We never see anyone smoke in Bluey, obviously. It is a kid's show. Yet, Bandit's curious look suggests he knows exactly what that ashtray is for. Maybe he just likes antiques. Or maybe the world's most wholesome cartoon dad sneaks off for a stress cigarette when the kids drive him crazy. The idea feels ridiculous. But then again, so does a $1 million house on an archaeologist's salary. The show leaves the ashtray moment unexplained, which only makes Bandit's private life seem funnier and a little more suspicious. 10. Who is Bluey's daughter? Roxy's dad? The finale shows a flash forward with Bluey grown up and a daughter named Roxy running around like a tiny hurricane. She has purple fur, endless energy, and zero explanation about who her dad is. The show gives no hints, like it wants us to stay confused forever. Most people point to Mackenzie or Jean-Luc since they had the most chemistry with Bluey. But the creator admitted Roxy's design mixes features from all three characters, which only makes things worse. Did they do that just to mess with us? Probably. Until the show finally tells us Roxy's dad remains one of the biggest family mysteries hiding inside this happy little cartoon. 11. Is Radley secretly adopted? Radley looks nothing like the rest of the Healer family. He is fluffy, light-colored, and has thicker fur than everyone else. Even his personality feels different, like he grew up in another house entirely. Some people think Grandma and Grandpa Healer adopted him before having the others, which explains the lack of family resemblance. It would also explain why Radley seems older and more responsible than Bandit or Stripe. The show never confirms this, but the idea sticks because it fits so neatly. Imagine finding out the cool uncle who teaches everyone life lessons was actually adopted, and nobody bothered to mention it for 3 entire seasons. That would change family game night forever. 12. Is Judo's mom hiding a tragic past? We know almost nothing about Judo's dad. He is never mentioned, never shown, like he simply disappeared before the series began. Judo's mom, Wendy, moves with her daughter from the UK to Australia and lives right next door to the Healers. That big move hints at something deeper than just wanting sunnier weather. Many believe Judo's father passed away, which would explain Wendy raising Judo alone and starting over far from home. Her quiet personality adds another layer, like she carries some unspoken sadness the show never talks about. It is one of those background mysteries that stays small but feels heavy once you start piecing things together. 13. Who is Missy's real family? Missy appears in only a handful of episodes, yet one tiny detail sparks a huge question. During the Pass the Parcel episode, all the kids run to hug their moms. Missy runs to a woman who is a completely different breed than she is. Most families in Bluey look alike, so this stands out immediately. Does that mean Missy is adopted? Or is Bluey's world more open-minded about breeds mixing than we thought? The show never answers it, it just lets that moment hang there, as if daring people to notice. For a background character, Missy carries one of the strangest little mysteries in the entire series. 14. Is Winton's dad the beggar or a heartbroken traveler? Winton's dad shows up in random places like airports and park benches, usually looking tired or distracted. At one point, we even see a homeless terrier collecting coins in the street who looks a lot like him. Some people think they are the same character, meaning Winton's dad lost everything at some point. Others believe he travels constantly for work or love, explaining the airport scenes and his lonely vibes. Either way, Winton's dad seems to live a whole separate life the show refuses to explain. He walks through episodes like a mystery nobody else notices, while we sit here wondering if he even has a house. 15. The terrier's dad. Missing, homeless, or absent. The terrier triplets show up everywhere, but their dad never appears, not once. Then, a homeless terrier shows up in the background of one episode, and people cannot stop connecting the dots. Could that be him? If so, why is he gone while the kids live with their mom? Did he leave, or did something darker happen? The show gives zero clues. which makes the whole thing feel intentional. It is strange because every other family in Bluey gets at least one parent moment, but the terrier's father is treated like a ghost nobody talks about. Whatever happened to him must be sitting in some writer's notebook, waiting for season 4. 16. What happened to Chili's mom? Chili's mom is never shown alive in the series. We only see glimpses through Chili's memories, like in the episode Dragon, where young Chili remembers her mother before she passed away. The show never explains what happened, but the clues feel heavy. Some people think the dragon might symbolize cancer or another illness, something big enough to take her life when Chili was still a pup. It would explain why Chili seems so close to her dad and why her childhood feels quieter than Bandit's. The mystery sits there in the background, sad but unspoken, like the healers carried this piece of family history quietly, while the show focuses on laughter and games instead. 17. Snickers' possible health problems. Snickers is always wearing that little cap, even as a baby, like he needs extra protection. He also misses moments with his classmates, such as the big group hug in the sign, when everyone else is there except him. It feels strange, like the writers are hinting at a health issue without naming it. Some people think he has a condition that keeps him out of the sun or makes him more fragile than the others. The show never confirms anything, but the clues keep piling up. It is easy to miss since Snickers is quiet and shy, but that almost makes the mystery bigger, like something serious is happening behind the scenes. 18. Grandpa Bob's strange disappearance to India. Grandpa Bob vanishes for 2 whole seasons without a single explanation. The healers never say where he is, and Bingo even says, "Good night, Grandpa, wherever you are," like nobody knows his location. Then suddenly, he comes back in The Sign, acting like nothing happened, claiming he was on a trip to India. That sounds less like a fun vacation and more like a family cover story. Why would a grandfather disappear for years and not tell his grandkids? The whole thing feels too weird to be casual. Maybe he was on some soul-searching journey. Maybe it was something darker. Either way, the India excuse does nothing to clear the mystery at all. 19. Why do some characters randomly change appearance? Mackenzie's mom starts the show with one dark spot on her face. Later, she has 2, like she suddenly dyed her fur while nobody was looking. Socks also changes across seasons, first crawling on all 4s like a real puppy, before standing and talking like the other kids. The show never explains these changes. Were they simple animation updates? Or do characters in Bluey secretly go through style makeovers between episodes? Socks learning to walk and talk could even hint at a hidden storyline about growing up differently. Instead, the show moves on like nothing happened, leaving us staring at before and after moments with zero explanation anywhere. 20. Why does Chili wash clothes? No one wears? Bluey's family almost never wears clothes, yet Chili keeps doing laundry like she is running a fashion empire. We see shirts on the line, socks in the basket, and Bandit even wipes his foot on Bluey's green shirt. But when have we ever seen Bluey wearing a shirt? Never. It is like the healers live in a secret world where outfits exist, but nobody bothers to put them on. Maybe the laundry is just for props. Maybe Chili washes the same shirt every week out of habit. Either way, it makes no sense watching a naked family hang clothes they clearly do not use for anything at all. 21. Do Bluey and Bingo share dreams? In Sleepy Time, Bluey and Bingo both dream about flying through space at the exact same time. Not similar dreams, the same dream. Real life does not work like that. People do not connect their minds while sleeping unless something supernatural is happening. The show plays it as sweet and magical, like sisters having a special bond, but the whole thing feels strange. Are Bluey and Bingo secretly psychic? Or does the healer house sit on top of some dream-bending energy field? The episode never explains how 2 kids drift into the same wild adventure while asleep, which makes it feel less like science and more like straight-up magic. 22. Is Calypso entering kids' minds? In the episode Space, young Mackenzie gets lost and remembers feeling abandoned. Out of nowhere, his teacher Calypso appears in the memory to comfort him, except she was not there when it actually happened. The scene makes no sense, unless Calypso somehow entered his mind to help him process the fear. She does the same thing in her own episode, calmly guiding kids' games with almost no effort, like she reads their thoughts. Is Calypso just a really good teacher, or is she secretly psychic? The show never answers it. She could be a wise mentor, or a friendly mind hacker hiding behind that peaceful smile. Those were the wildest mysteries hiding in plain sight on Bluey. Now here's the big question. Do you think the creators sneak these clues in on purpose, or is it all just random? Comment your theory and subscribe so you never miss the next big discovery.